Alright, traders, quick market update time. It's gonna have a look at silver and gold in this update. Let's go straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alrighty, so let's actually get straight into silver and gold. Silver and gold. So, don't worry, I'm losing it right now. Firstly, I want to look at the ETF prices itself. Firstly, we can see the ETF price, this actual SLV is actually pulling back a little bit. Now, where may it pull back to? Let's actually have a look here on, this is the weekly chart here. And this is the actual SLV price. Now, obviously, this is going to be very sort of manipulated based on what the market's doing and so on and so forth. But I can see by... Okay, what I was saying before, without that mumbo jumbo bullshit I just said, was basically that if the actual silver price is going to spike to the high side, SLV, the actual ETF, is going to follow along with it most of the time. So the SLV price, the actual ETF, has not made its highs up here, resistance, which I do think we can actually get there. Now, looking on this actual weekly chart, let's actually bring up these laser lines here. Yeah, let me actually do that, and let me bring up this resistance line here, and we also have a whole bunch of areas of support and resistance around here. This is obviously on the ETF it is, so you can see around that $18 mark we have a bit of support through there, and you can see we've got this trend line coming up through here as well too. So that trend line, but now we've also got a bit of a steeper trend line, don't we? And if we have a look at this one through here and this one through there, is you can see that point through there. So you can see that with this actual SLV price, looking on the larger picture here, and you can actually see, you can definitely see this overall trend has been broken from there, and that's obviously definitely broken down through there, and that's obviously when the market changed, right? You can see this market changed through there, came back up, and now we're starting to round up. Now we're starting to get involved with this sort of bottoming pattern. But now you can actually see that even if this SLV actually drops back a little bit where we are right now, I would say that even a 2 or 3% pullback down towards the 18 level, maybe even towards the 1850 level, looks like maybe a pretty good, and those birds are going nuts on the outside. So you can see this market's actually pulled back, and you can see that the market is actually even if the market pulls back to this level through here, I think we'll likely just continue this nice move to the upside. Looking on silver, obviously that's SLV. Now let's actually go over to GLD, which is obviously the gold ETF, and let me show you what I see there. So obviously we've got no trend lines here. So first trend line obviously comes down through there, and you can see this magical number through there. And if I just draw it down through there and that point through there, you can see that that's obviously what the first trend line was, and this next trend line, this obviously big overall weekly support and resistance line through here, and that would be the overall channel that the actual gold ETF is in right now. And you can see that looking at this here, we've got a whole bunch of different levels of support and resistance going on. We definitely have a lot of support and resistance going on through there, that level through there. But we have an ultimate high point, which is up here, which it didn't even get to, which is the ETF didn't actually get to at all. And you can see that that's where it is right now. So even a little bit more of a pullback, we get a little bit more pullback, and we're probably going to be very close to that area there. This is the daily chart here. So if we do get a little pullback through here, I think that would be short-lived, and then we're likely to see some more upside. So that's what I do see there, guys, on the actual ETFs, and that's what I do see there overall on the ETFs as well too. So So that's what I do see there. Now moving forward, what we see is 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance breaking up, and now we're continuing up. So that's obviously the ETFs. Let's go have a look at the actual live silver price. So the live silver price of where we're at right now, you can see it's actually still hovering around just slightly down. I moved this trend line down a little bit here, but you can see it's still hovering around and bouncing off this sort of trend line here. This whole area through here is holding resistance support, continue that sideways movement pattern, and you can see the stochastics are actually dropping down quite a fair bit now, which is a good sign. I like how the market holds here and then the stochastics start to drop down. That's actually a real good sign. You can see here last time the market just went sideways, stochastics dropped, and then we went for another run. So that's actually a very bullish sign, as long as the market doesn't drop too much. But even on a pullback, where could the actual silver price go to before it finds a bit of support? Let's go over to the weekly chart here. There we go. And same for this weekly chart. So that overall 2150 level, that 2150 level, guys, is definitely a level where the market almost got to before and then rejected it. Now we come back down, and once it breaks 2150, I think we're just going to see just a pretty big move to the high side, and I'd like to see that too because I'm in it. but for now, guys, even if we do get a bit more of a pullback, this small pullback, we could actually still end up with another 2 or 3%, or even 3 or 4% on the downside before we start to find any real good support levels. So before we find, but as you can see on this squeezed up chart, that I think we're likely to keep getting. We might have maybe another week of sideways movement and then a breakout, or the breakout might start happening soon. I don't know with that. If you're looking at this overall sort of channel that this weekly channel was in, right through there, you can see how this market could be actually looking to hold that support through there. So I don't know which one's going to hold, but I definitely like to see. I definitely do see that this area through here, so that area through there is definitely indeed a good area of support. This is obviously on silver. So silver, even if silver pulls back a little bit more, I'm good with that. Long term, you can see this massive bottoming pattern. So long term, I'm good with that. Now let's go have a look at the actual gold price itself. Gold for me is actually getting ready for a turning right now. You can see where the stochastics are, and if you see the last couple times, and this is actually one of the rules I did. One of the rules I used to actually get into the into the market, as you can see, every time in this big bull market, every time the stochastics got oversold and we ran up, that was that turning point through there. Oversold, ran up, that was that turning point through there. We're actually getting to that level right we are right now once again. So what do you think is going to happen when the market maybe goes down a little bit more, the stochastics go down a little bit more, and then we start to turn up and the market turns up? What do you think is likely to happen? Well, we're likely to start moving back up, right? And especially when they're making some nice higher troughs and higher peaks in this channel, we're likely to go up, maybe then break above that 1400 level. And once that happens, ooly dooly. And it's really interesting to see the way gold is setting up right now in the S&P and the actual markets. The markets are actually having a massive run up and actually due for a pullback, where the gold and silver looks like they may have a little run. That's on the short term anyway, guys. Let's bring up 6 month, say 3 month view. And you can see what's happening right now. So looks like that we may get a move to the high side. We may not. Let's actually see. All right. So let's actually see. My software just keeps going bung on me. I think I need to restart my system. Anyway, so that's the actual gold daily chart and what I see on the short term. And again, to me, it looks like we're getting ready for a turning point soon. So especially if we start to break above these highs through here. We start to break above this, and you can see there's like a little short little pennant going on right now, that through there. And let me just edit that. Let me change that color to say a purple. All right, we're going to do that one there, and I'm going to create another one through there. And you can see that looking on through there, you can see that we've actually got, especially if I draw the trend line through there, you can see that's what's going on right now. So a little pennant, and that actually looks bearish. Looks bearish overall. So it looks bearish, this short little, maybe like a little, looks like a maybe bear flag type thing. So we need to break out. We break out to the high side. This stochastic is going to kick in. This overall trend is going to kick in, and then we're likely to continue back up towards the 1400 level. Now let's go and have a look at the weekly charts, and let me show you what I see on the weekly charts. So this is weekly gold, and weekly gold, that was that point through there, and it didn't actually get to that point through there. As you can see, we actually got we didn't get to the highs up here, which was around the 1400 level. It didn't actually get to there. As you can see, it only got to around the 1300 level before actually pulling back as well too. And let's actually see, what have I got that trend line there at? I've got that trend line at that level through there. Interesting. So you can see I've got that trend line. This is the resistance here, and yeah, as the market's actually holding there and holding there. And this is the daily chart here, guys. You can see it's actually holding against this resistance. So we need to see a break above that. Once we break above this sort of 1340 level, then it's probably having a free run back up to the 1400 level. Looking at the weekly charts, once again, look at the weekly charts. Even if we do get like a little bit more pullback, a little bit more sideways, I think this overall channel through here, this overall support level, is likely to hold it and then push it back up. So overall, guys, long term, I just see so much more upside. And you can see here, guys, once the 1400 level breaks, the next target is up here of around of at least say 1500. So we're likely to have a pretty decent 7 or 8% move to the high side minimum on that. So it's gonna be once it breaks that 1400 level, guys, then we're likely to start seeing some big moves. So big moves are likely to start happening real soon, and I see a turning point in all the markets. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.